Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I'm super excited to share with you what I did for my summer internship at Oil Life, which mainly consisted of the marketing side and UX, where I was able to have some great projects that I'm going to share and just had a lot of fun doing it. So, to begin, one of the main projects that I had while going on to this was being able to redesign the influencer program. It was a great opportunity where I was able to use a lot of the design thinking process, where I was able to use a lot of data collection, where I was able to find the empathy data both by talking to influencers, finding pain points, finding what they loved about the program, and then also being able to find maybe where we could put in a little bit more of an effort to be able to help the influencers because when we help them, they'll help us. So through this process, it was really fun. I was able to ideate, take that from that empathy data, find things that we really enjoyed that we wanted to keep, but things that also we could do better on, or things just to get rid of altogether that would be fun for us to do. And then as I went about this, I was able to talk to my coworkers and find something that I really enjoyed while working with them. So it was a great time. I um, had a lot of fun doing this. It was a lot of creativity that was included, and it was just a really cool experience to be able to talk with all of the influencers and see what their experience was. But through this, I was able to create a touch point map where we were able to figure out what each step by step would be for the influencers when they are both brand new to the program and the current influencers that we had while going through these changes and being able to continue to have fun with us. Um, One of the challenges that I had while doing this, though, was finding ways to please the influencers that we had, because most of them Oil Life had been able to work with for multiple years, and they loved these specific things about it. And then we had some new influencers that were looking for a little bit of change, and it was hard while talking and communicating with them and finding ways to better improve the influencer program. There were some things that we would have to change just for the better. And it was all about having that clear communication with them to be able to help them find what worked best because we can't have every influencer have a completely different agenda and different things or different touch points and different deliverables that we were looking for and both that they would receive from us. But this was really fun. And this contract right here is something that I was able to write up that had some of the deliverables that we had while they were looking for the influencer program. And then that's just the first page of it. And then there were multiple more pages with a little bit more in depth, and then also for them to sign and continue on. But that was a really fun project that I was able to work on and had a lot of thoughts about going into and then being able to communicate with the influencers afterwards. The next thing that I kind of was working on a lot was creating a new social media plan. This social media plan was really fun because I um had a drive for social media and was excited for it and was glad to be able to help kind of bring a new idea to life. So we were able to come up with a plan for maybe how we could better reach people both through reels, our content, and some things. So this is a graphic that I created but that we posted to our Instagram and Facebook page. But it was just really fun to be able to kind of think about what our target demographic wanted to see and how we could best appeal to them, both with our products, our communication, and captions, and just ways to have better involvement and engagement in our posts. I would say it was really fun to be able to utilize a lot of like the experiential marketing aspects of things for social media because we were talking about how we wanted to find our target demographic, find what was best for them, and then go from there. And a lot too, well, I guess it's the next page, but a lot of it too, I was able to help with their website and go through it as a customer standpoint and find some pain points that were there that I would love to improve on or that we wanted to improve on as a company. So going through this, I was able to help liven up the blogs. I was able to talk with one of my coworkers that was doing that, and we were able to come up with some ideas for how we could best what our target demographic and audience wanted to see in blogs. I was also able to help with some graphics for sales, like this one right here. I created this for a big convention sale that was going on that is actually live right now. And yes, just being able to help with that website. And it was really fun to be able to go through and find ways that I personally can make a difference and then being able to implement that and see that change. And I feel like one of the challenges that I also had with this was quite getting into like the mindset of our target demographic because I feel like sometimes when I was creating content, it was things that I personally love to see and things that I know like my that I sent to my friends and family and we all kind of get along, but our target demographic was the ages of was women ages like 35 to 60, and it was something that they want a little bit more of a clean look to it, something that's super simple and super straightforward. Whereas for me, I love more of like the funny side and just feeling like a genuine connection with the brand, which is important for all demographics, but just on a different level. Um, but it was really fun. So with my internship evaluation, I feel like it was a really cool experience with being able to use the UX side of things, help kind of organize the things within our company, especially since it was such a small company, it was easy to talk with one another, collaborate, and have team meetings that everyone could come and participate in. So what I learned with this was I need to have a lot of communication, especially when it comes to projects that I might not fully understand or need help kind of wrapping my head around. It's important to be straightforward, come up with some ideas, and then have open communication and also take the um um like oh my goodness, there's a word for it, the criticism that build you up but then also you can learn from, and I'm spacing on what the word is, but it was a really fun experience to be able to work with the team members and have weekly meetings where we could just share any of the ideas, find where we could better help people, and then share some ideas for what we thought would be better for the company. um Some things that I would change is I have been working with this company for a few years now, and I was super excited to have a shift in roles. When I told them that I was wanting to go into ExDM and a little bit more of what I was looking into, originally when we started this out, it was going to be more working on special projects and helping with a lot of the cool things. So I was really excited for the influencer program. But as it continued to go on, it was a lot of going back to the same roles that I originally was in because it was such a small company. And that made it very difficult to feel like I had a process that I was necessarily growing in all the time because it was just stuck with a lot of social media for the time, which every company needs, but I just felt that I was getting a little tired of it. And I wish that I would have been able to have a little bit more of a change of pace through my internship and be able to try more of my skill sets that I'm wanting to develop. Um, but my plans for the future is I loved everything that I took away from this experience. I loved this internship, and it was great to continue to work with such an amazing company. But going forward, I know that I want to work more in the employee experience. I want to help employees find ways that they can find importance in a company and how important they are, and being able to utilize everyone's skill sets in a company. I feel like sometimes it's easy to go and it's you fit this thing and you're stuck in this box, but really everyone has such different strengths and weaknesses that I think it'd be amazing to kind of see how we can better tailor a job towards someone that will better help the company and better help the employee. And I would just love to be able to have that and share that and grow from the experiences that I've had and be able to help people too. Um, but also I am just super grateful for the internship. I think it was a really cool opportunity. I feel like sometimes it is a little hard to find an internship, and so for me I was looking for other ones and nothing quite lined up. So I was really grateful for the job that I had and that they were willing to work with me and wanted to help me continue to stay there and strengthen my skill set. But I think if I was to do it again, I would have put in more effort in the beginning just to realize that I can do these amazing things and find something that I'm even more interested in. But I was super excited, and this is all about my internship. I loved working with Oil Life and would recommend it. It's a great, super small, close-knit company that just genuinely cares and wants to get to know you on every level. But this is my internship, and Yes, I loved it.